What the f? We're not even practicing core components here. If you were me, I made all these videos. I spent all this time. How many times would you say I've talked about level 2 all-ins?
A bunch. At least
a
like
billion.
20, 30.
Exhaustingly so. You guys are positioned just god awful. You can't stand this far back, or the ADC. I'm so tempted to go next. What are we doing here? How long have you been here now? A week?
Yeah.
What is this? Why aren't we up there? What are we waiting for, though?
I think I'm just scared of the shiver poke because she hurt pretty bad when she was hitting me with her Q.
What poke? When we go all in, what poke?
That's true, yeah.
Level 2s! Level 2s! I harp on it, I harp on it, I harp on it. I turn on a VOD, what do I see? You standing a mile back. Who gets level 2 first? It's obvious. You or them?
Us.
Go, go, go. Put pressure on the lane. You have a Tristana. You have Ignite. You have all the excuses in the world to do this. I'm gonna look at another one. This pisses me off. If you do this in this game too, then you already know what I'm gonna say to you. Like you have to be real with the shit that I teach. Don't fucking queue up if you're not gonna level 2. Especially on those. Now we have Samir lane and we have Ignite again. Let's see if we get level 2 again, or if we can get level 2. Like, you need to commit. You need to believe in what I'm harping on. Same scenario. And now we're not auto-attacking for 2. What the fuck? We're not even practicing core components here. If you were me, I made all these videos. I spent all this time. How many times would you say I've talked about level 2 all-ins?
A bunch. At least
a
like
billion.
20, 30.
Exhaustingly so. Right? Exhaustingly so. You must. This isn't tea time. Like, we're trying to win the game. To me, this isn't fun. I would legitimately rather you play norms than do this shit. Like, this is so trash. You are letting bad players. You paid how many dollars to have me coach you?
500.
Yes, $500 for me to yell at you and tell you things, right? I harp on level 2 all-ins. I tell you that it's good. I tell you that it works. I tell you that it gives you agency back. And you're just giving players who play, you're giving players Timmies, people that have probably never watched a YouTube video in their life. You're letting little Timmies run you out of lanes after we've done all this time on this. And you're still, look, you're just sitting a screen away and you're not pushing for 2. Your auto attacks help push. This is why I'm so harsh on you. Because, yeah, it's Draven. Whoopie fucking do. I don't care. You're letting everybody like... We literally might as well go over here in the middle and I turn on some fucking jazz music and we just start rolling dice and flipping fucking coins around. Because who knows? Who knows is gonna win? Because you don't want to win and they don't want to win. Nobody here wants to win. I'm going to look at your VODs in 2 days. I'm going to look at one of your VODs again. And this, if there's no level, like if I turn on a random VOD and you're not actively fighting and taking autos, look, dude, and just so you can't say, NEACE didn't explain. If you're not throwing an ability and the wave's here, auto it. Get slightly ahead. You understand how the waves, like I explained, it's like 1 HP bar versus another. What, you do? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because in 2 days, if I don't see it, I'm just not gonna fucking watch any of your shit. I'm not even gonna look at it. It's wasting my time. It's wasting your time. I harp on this, guys, because support players, AD players, all lack confidence. You played this shit because it's the easier role. That's fine. You played this shit because you want to help your team. That's fine. You're not going to be useful if you don't take charge of a lane. It's not going to work. You're not going to go anywhere. My goal is to get as many people to improve at this game as possible. You got to stop thinking these guys are better than you and fight for 2 every time. Now, if you had went into lane and you had autoed a couple times and Draven and Soraka immediately just started bombing you and then you had to get pushed back out of lane, fine. Then you can play like this passive bitch shit where we just sit, you know, one screen away and farm. Fine. I will handshake it and I'll be like, okay, cool. Whatever. You tried. But you're not trying. I need to see the effort. Okay?
Yeah.
Sweet. What's the argument for red side start here?
I was trying to avoid the Viego. And,
why? You have double prio. Why?
What was that?
You have double prio, so why?
Honestly, early on in the game, Morgana and Jhin, if you back up, they both use their ward.
Okay.
And
I'll take your word for it.
Early, but they ended up shoving in, so I wasn't able to get that gank off.
Okay, so I feel like, well, let's see if you get this kill.
Nope.
Okay, tragic. So I feel like you're not responding to the lanes at this one.
Gotcha.
So the problem here is that like I said, double prio. I guess GP is kicking Kennen's ass here. He's got full corrupting pot still, so maybe I'm wrong. I just figured that Kennen might do a little bit better versus GP early on. I feel like every time I face this lane, I get slapped around a little bit because I can't walk up to him. I guess grasp is just really good. But the point that I was gonna make is that like you've got this champ. This champ is really cool, Pantheon.
Right.
He's a good champ when you're jungling. So when you should be playing to your strength. I actually don't really like the full clear. Part of me really wants you in the open to do like, to maybe just clear wolves and blue and monitor mid.
Okay.
But the other thing you're not doing is like, okay, fine. You do your full clear, you do your thing. The other thing you're not doing is right now, Pantheon's trying to shove in and you're not pinging him. Where is Viego right now?
Gotcha. He would be at the scuttle on the top side because that's where I'm at on the bottom side.
Bing ding 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 ding.
Right.
Right? Bing 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 bing. Just ping everywhere. Just ping all over this spot.
Didn't do it.
So you can change this outcome because you could put him in the mindset of, I mean, he may or may not listen, but it's the fact you didn't do it. So he should be on this side doing his thing. And then he just gets to leave to you. And then it would change this. So he's just playing right up on that brush. But like, if he knew it was coming, he would play it differently. But he's panicking because he didn't know it was coming. Wow, he actually goes in.
I thought I was gonna kill him, honestly.
Did the Q miss?
I don't know. It looked like it hit to me, but I think it was because of how it curled around and he was doing the E. It didn't do any damage.
That's weird.
So I thought I was gonna kill him there, but I get what you're saying as far as like the pings and everything like that. Because I saw it and I was like, oh, he's doing that scuttle right now, and I even thought it, and I was like, he should be finishing up with that scuttle right now, and then he's ganking. I was like, I probably should have warned him.
So basically, guys, every rule. All right, yo, where's my junglers at? In the chat.
Hey.
How much do you know about top?
Hello.
A little.
Top? Wow, so much.
A lot.
You know when to freeze and when to push after a gank?
Yep.
How many of you?
I mean, I always just try to freeze it if I'm able to. If I'm top lane.
I freeze if my jungle's on the bottom.
How much you know about mid? You know what a ward in mid?
Yeah.
Yeah? You guys are pros, huh?
Well, you just told me.
Well, what I'm
Like,
saying, the reason I'm asking this is the point that I'm trying to make is that your teammates don't fucking know your role at all. They literally do not know your role. So like it becomes your responsibility to do this shit, to ping them, to warn them that things are about to happen because they do not understand your role. They don't understand. This Pantheon probably knows that a scuttle spawns, but he has probably never played jungle in his life. Maybe played it 3 times and he plays Master Yi every time he gets filled for a 20% win rate.
Gotcha.
So they don't know. Just like this top laner, throw him in the jungle, he won't know. This support player probably doesn't know any of the roles either. Probably doesn't play mid, probably doesn't play jungle. So it becomes imperative that junglers specifically are the ones that are pinging the most. Now, did you listen to Phalaris' talk today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you missed it, quick TLDR, and I'm sure he talked about this, is that there's different tiers of junglers. Okay? The first one is the guy that paths fast. Well, paths slowly, rather. Or just paths badly, right? Maybe he, instead of a full clear, maybe he goes red, chickens, you know, wolves, and then tries to gank level 2 or some dumb shit, right?
Right.
Then the next caliber of jungler is the fast jungler, right? The Mario Kart speed runner, right? They clear fast and they clear to a T. That's your first big step, right? You're learning how to walk now. You're kicking ass. Now, every time you do your clear is really tight. You know exactly how to do. You probably got like 1 clear in mind and you know how to do it quick. The next tier is, are you able to clear while using F keys? I'm sure Phalaris talked about this today. Did he?
Yep.
Talked about, guess what? You path from here to here. Well, now your clear is still immaculate, but you know every single thing that's happening in the game as you pass it. So if you're passing top, you go check it, check it, check it. You passing mid, you check it. You check the wave, you check the wave, you check the wave. And then as you passing bot, you check both mid and bot, and check them. So you would see this and you'd recognize, ooh, he's in kind of a compromising spot. I'm gonna ping the shit out of this. And that, my friend, is the last step in jungling.
Gotcha.
Are you able to do these things? And, oh, well, technically one more step would be getting the information that you're supposed to be getting while you're pathing. But are you able to ping while you move and clear and warn people of where junglers are or where you think they are? Changes the outcome of the game substantially. So here, I would say for you, I mean, I think this is pretty agency draining. This guy gets a fucking double kill on Viagra, the most snowbally champ in the game. He probably goes on a Mario Party stomp fest, doesn't he?
He gets 12 kills, I think.
Oh yeah, it's a stomp. So the point that I'm trying to make, is this, you know, this situation, yeah, it's a little quick. It happens a little fast. But you need to recognize that like the game can happen fast, and if you're paying particular attention to it, you could have possibly saved that play, and then you also could have left your camps for a second to block the gank. Would have been cool too.
Right.
Because you know it's coming. So after you did your clear, maybe hit the plant, hide on the corner, and then once this guy starts fucking with Pantheon, you show up with him.
Gotcha.
All this making sense?
Sure is.
Perfect.
Thanks, sir.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Where are you? You are the Tom. All right. Tough matchup.
Yeah, I just went for win rate, dude. Like Tom Top has a really good win rate. He's not too hard to play. So I thought, dude. His W is not as easy as I thought it was.
Nothing to report here. You're playing a tank into a range champ. You can farm better, but that's about it. I would have rather something like a Shen, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I think I picked before the Gnar here too. So
Is this what you normally play?
No, I play mid. Graves mid mostly. I should have played Graves this game, but I think he was banned. I think.
Graves, I'm not so sure.
I still would have ended up like, cause it would have been a first pick still. And this is a Gnar main. I checked his name, or I just like checked his match history and mastery points after this. So he would have played Gnar regardless of the matchup, I think.
I just hate how low agency this feels right now.
Yeah, that's what
this should be a kill though.
Yeah, it is. What a dumb champ. Honestly, it was so easy too.
Yeah.
He was overextended, I think.
You need to back here. You do.
So yeah, I have a lead on my lane opponent at this point. I'm down some CS, but I think I'm up in XP. And I have a kill on him, so. But yeah, he feels low agency because like I feel like I'm totally useless at this point in the game. I die right here, I'm pretty sure. Let's get. I don't remember why I TP'd. I think it was a late TP. Yeah.
All right. Where should you TP if you're gonna TP?
That pink board probably.
Yeah. But I don't even know if I'd want to TP here.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Vayne's fed at this point, I think too.
So, I mean, I guess if you're thinking,
or she's not fed. She's up CS though, I guess, and a kill, and I think she ends up getting a double kill down there right now. But she ends up carrying this game for them, from what I remember.
Well, the problem here is that you're doing this without shoving. You need, if you're playing top ever again, whatever you decide to play, you play Tom, you play Shen, you play whatever, you need to shove and unlock the TP. Unlock the TP. Don't do it this way, because all this does, okay, he goes haha, and then he shoves, and then Lee is gonna end because Lee is very good at the game. Oh, he's going for it. What the fuck? Kid's mad. Okay, so
he pick up my XP, so it's not totally bad right there.
It's not totally bad, but it's something that you do when I'm not looking.
Yeah.
Which means that you're doing it often and you're punting games, because I guarantee you didn't think Lee's topside before you TP'd, did you?
No, I didn't. No.
Exactly. That's how we know it's bad. Now, if you'd said to me, but NEACE, I thought about it and Lee was topside, so it's fine, then maybe you could sell it to me, but I'd be like,
So like,
I'd be looking at your side
eye. Shove, or unless your jungler's near your lane and can.
Yeah, I mean, the jungler's holding. The jungler holding isn't that bad. It isn't that bad if he's right there on like golems, but like I still hate it.
Yeah.
Because I hate it. I hate this one.
Well,
I hate this one because it's not a flank. It's just a gamble. Flank would be dope.
Yeah, I think it was like a last-minute decision. I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm not able to pressure top, and I just wanted to try and make something happen. I take this because my wave's pushed up, and I come back to farming.
Come back to getting boomerangs thrown at you.
Yeah. It was a pretty boring game, honestly, from what I remember, and it was just like, even the Vayne's like Karthus is pretty big right now. Actually, I didn't notice. I
think you need to go on Hamir with W when he is about to transform.
When he's yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I would try to cheese him right after it chant. This is always a good time to try, because most Gnar players will kind of get confused on the timing. But try to go on him there, and don't let him do this, because this is inappropriate how he's positioning for mini Gnar. It's not correct. He should have already been rotating backwards. So the fact that he's there tells me he's not thinking about the game, but it also tells me you're not thinking, because you should have been up on him.
Yeah, I was just like, since I was playing like I hadn't played Tom in a while. I didn't know this matchup. Hadn't played top in a while, honestly, or at least in a ranked game. And yeah, I didn't know if I could get kited or not. He has fleet footwork, And I know
Yeah,
that's
I'm gonna be
weird
honest.
room.
When you land that, I'm just walking in front of him, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't confident at all in it.
Yeah, it's the thing is you've got to start being confident because the rules of the game do not change no matter what role you play.
Right.
You know, if he's willing to not, if he's capable of getting hit by abilities, I'm gonna try to limit test this. I think before though, it was your better time to try when he was just gonna swap
when
forms.
he was transforming back. Yeah.
Always look, dude. Always look to win, man. Like try to find it because, like I said, these are fundamentals. These are things that, you know, like you said, Tom's got a high win rate, and try to think about like range versus this champion. If I get on top of him, it's GG. So don't be afraid.
Matchup, I didn't know like if it was because, you know, doesn't Nar's W passive do like max life damage or something?
I guess,
I'm not entirely sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that's why one of the reasons I wasn't confident. If this was like a typical matchup or like an even matchup, I'd feel a little bit more confident. But I thought like with this guy having fleet footwork and, you know, the W move speed, he could just like kite me. And that's
so from my experience as a Gnar one trick, you will beat the total crap out of him if you catch mini Gnar.
I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's not even.
Okay. It's not even close from my perspective. Like when I would fight against Tom, like they would obliterate me. Like a little bit of a heal will not.
Yeah.
I mean, he even gets to transform mid-fight, and it doesn't matter.
So big, actually. That did a lot of damage.
But even yet, like you still win this.
Yeah.
And that's probably
ahead at this point. Like pretty ahead. Definitely ahead now since.
That's about as good as he could have played it in terms of fighting you. Reset. You do. TP to block, which makes sense to me.
Pick up a wave.
Hard
I knew I
shove.
had TP, that's why I was greedy with that last wave push and didn't reset immediately.
Yeah, he's out of line here.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
So hard shove. Whack, whack, whack. Going to Karthus. I don't know why she's positioned like that. The Aurelia, that was weird.
And I think the game just I feel helpless like at this point. With a Vayne being fed against Tom, like I can't CC her. I feel like it's my job to be able to CC this Vayne.
I don't know. Your play here.
Too. I forgot. Yeah.
Well, your play here is that you're just rushing it. Just wait for Pantheon to get in a position and then make the same play. Well, I don't like the flash. I'd let Pantheon lead it.
Yeah, I cringed afterwards, honestly.
So you're going in, and you just need to wait a second. I mean, it's a big shutdown attempt, and like, just stack the deck a little bit and wait for the Pantheon. If you wait for the Pantheon, do the same thing, he would have followed it up and got the shutdown because everybody wants to Vayne at this point.
Yeah.
See, look.
Well,
and then you would have stayed alive.
Yeah. And Aurelia gets the shutdown, which it's better than Pantheon. So I guess we're not. I don't know what the gold difference is here. Yeah, they're still up in gold.
It's even. It's even-ish.
Yeah.
They're up a little bit in gold, but.
I feel like I don't know. Like I know Tom can split push, like especially if I build like TM that or something. Like I've seen on like u.gg and stuff. But I feel like I'm better going to the dragon right here than split pushing because I can't split that.
The dragon was fine.
Yeah, like going towards the objective. I think I still died with Vayne here. Yeah, she's fucking. It's hard to deal with. Mechanically, I don't know what his W is so hard to land, especially on somebody with a dash. I think Vayne is ult here. Yeah, she's invisible, so. So all my damage is gone right here. I missed my Q. Yeah. I maybe could have W'd onto her, but it really is super slow. But it doesn't. I don't know. It's a weird situation.
The only criticism I have here is that you're not playing near the brush, and B, you're not moving towards your teammate.
Yeah.
So like right here, you're doing your thing.
I should be moving towards Aurelia. Yeah.
You should be moving. Well, yeah, that's it too. So as Tom, when you eat somebody, what the fuck else do you got to do? Look around.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like this guy's stuck on me anyways. Just figure out like, how should I play this? And then you needed to get to the brush instead of pulling him out there. Doesn't make any sense.
Right. She couldn't retaliate if I was in the brush immediately.
So you play, the way you do this is just a little trick. If you're ever in this situation, play like right here, throw her out this way, and then fire at your Q. If you hit it, stay. If you don't, drop in and then move like this. All right. Okay, so you utilize your time wisely in the beginning here. All right, your team just trolled the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about that.
And then I end up messing it up right here. I drove both the Raptors too far over.
Yeah, the red side is hard.
Yeah, I haven't practiced this side, but I need to get into it.
There's still a fast forward. No.
So honestly, on red side, I like to start on the top because then I'm pathing the bottom scuttle. Scuttle anyways.
I hate this back. She just walked straight to bottom scuttle.
Okay.
I mean, you didn't even know if scuttle 1 was taken, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think I wanted it back because I was running Predator this game.
You probably thought he went down there, but no, you didn't see him cross.
I can make up some stuff as of what I was thinking, but honestly, I just wasn't thinking.
It's just your clear was kind of whack. Honestly, if you want, one thing you can do when you have a clear like this. So let's say you get this bullshit open where you get kind of a bad start.
Yeah.
I think what might have been a little bit better, or at least a little bit more functional, is instead of doing this, I would have just hit the plant this way. And then if Zinzao shows here, path here.
And then just come back and grab my top side after.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little staggered, but like, I feel like it's better than what you did, because what you did was very like, you know, you didn't solve the problem of how am I going to get both scuttles?
Yeah.
Or how am I going to get a scuttle? And so that's what gets you in trouble. You like to go for the gank. What did we talk about in the vision video?
Out of the wall.
Oh, trying to hug the wall. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to do, but I just tried to get out in front of him as much as I could. I seen he had no mana. That's the only reason I wanted to go for this gank. And I tried to cut him off and make him go back into Kale. Ended up getting splash. That was my thought process anyways. I may have been just completely wrong.
It depends on if he warded or not, but like the idea is like this angle, you would have came a little closer to him because you tell on yourself preemptively, I believe.
Yep.
It's not as bad, but yeah, you could have probably snuck up a bit further.
Okay.
You would have been closer to Yorick too if you hugged the wall.
Yeah, you might have been able to
be able
land
to chase that.
You land the fear. You land the fear. It's a different gank, I think.
Yeah.
Just depends on whether or not the fear lands.
Yeah, it just looks like you were trying to go behind him, and you were like, you didn't consider that escape. I probably wouldn't have like considered him getting out that way either.
The thing is, I'm not as afraid of Yorick running this way because he doesn't have a gap close and he was out of mana.
Yeah.
That was why I told you to angle this way here. It's because he's think about whether or not he can dash, and think about whether or not he has mana.
Makes sense to me.
Okay. Straight to Gronk. Okay, as soon as you got 6, you're proactive with it. Okay, now you're just being a moron. This is what it is. So you just got 2 kills. No, he doesn't have to go to drag. I don't care about that, really. The problem is that your camps are up and you're just running the... Okay. Look how much gold you have right now.
Yep.
Okay, so like what I would be thinking here is I'm thinking either clear, just clear your bot side and back while this. Okay, so look at your ult timer.
Yeah.
Can Fiddle fight without his ult? Well,
No,
yes
really.
or no? Exactly.
No, not well.
Can Jace fight without his ult? Well,
Yes.
I don't know
Right.
Chase that well, but I'm gonna say yes.
yes, right? Can Fiora fight without her ult? Well,
Yes.
okay, Fiddle cannot. So when you have a champion, can Mordekaiser fight without his ult? Well,
No.
no, he cannot because he sucks. Because he just gets fucking beat down.
Kinda.
3v1. He can't move. So you need to identify whether or not your champion fights well without ult, and you need to shy away from fights when you don't have it. Trindamir's another one. Can't fight well without ult, can he? Sucks. So now that you know that, if you're ever in a situation, you need to think of it in terms of, I'm in a race right now, all right? But it's a race where we can't necessarily see everybody, right? Imagine we all have blindfolds on and someone was like, quick, run 100 meters, right? You would have to run as hard as you could, as fast as you could. Or maybe, let's make it even a better analogy. I was like, hey, you got to run 5 miles as fast as you can. If you win, I'll give you money. But you can't see anybody in the race. And you just got to run, right? Well, the problem with that is you don't know if you need to speed up. You don't know if you need to slow down. But the thing is with Fiddle, you do know that. You know that you need to slow down. And additionally, you can kind of guess where you are in the race. The XP, the gold race, right? Look at the map. Who would you say, like right now, would you say you're ahead or behind of Xin?
Probably, I think I got about $500 to $800 on it.
Yeah. And you could
Good
probably
spend.
identify that in game pretty easily.
Yeah.
You just hold tab, you go CS, kills, all right, levels.
Yes.
So slow down, get me my farm and time it. So as soon as we're at like 15 seconds, you are going for a gank. This, you're just staggering, like you're basically playing away from what makes you strong. So you're probably gonna do something dumb here and waste your time. And right now, let's see, maybe you'll go to bottom here. Nope, no play bottom. You have your ult. Now, what's the problem with this?
Just slung it out there and wasted it. She was pushing too close to tower. She still has her black shield, 100% health. Just wasted time.
Yeah. So what I would probably do here is just take the reset, because look how much gold you have.
Yeah.
Just take the reset and go to top and dive this guy. Or take the reset and just go clear and decide if you want to gank mid again or something.
Okay.
We need to be a little bit brighter in terms of what we're going to do with our next ult. And also, remember, it's yin and yang, dude. You win, you make a good play. Treat yourself to a jungle clear while you wait for your ult. Treat yourself to buying items while you wait for your ult. That way, the next time you have ult that's stronger, the next ult you threw out there was weaker, even if she didn't spell shield. It was a weaker ult. How the hell is our ult getting weaker as the game goes on, right? Think about it like that. We just got something, so we might as well get value out of it and put it into our ult. So the next one is stronger, and then the next one is stronger. That's how you should be viewing the game. Any champion that's ult reliant, compartmentalize it that way. Turtle up, and then snap, like cash your gold, get as much as you can while you're turtled up, and then explode out again, kill, and then focus on easy things like, oh, my team's pushing, I can take it, I can take an objective while my team has me covered, all that stuff. Because here, actually, this is one of your better opens so far I've seen in your games. So you're in position, you're just not controlling the game yet. Does all this make sense?
It does.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.